This is Brighton TV and this is the match preview for Brighton vs Southampton. And that's 17 points we've lost from winning positions, and you cannot do that. When you're in relegation battles, when you get a lead, you need to keep it. And we haven't been able to do that enough this season. That we're the second worst side at keeping a lead. You cannot do that in the Premier League, especially if you want to stay up. And Potter, he made a surprise lineup for the game. He ended up playing Lallana and Maupay up front with Trossard and Gross out wide on the wings. And it was a great first half. We let Leicester have the ball and we pressed high. We got the ball in high areas and ended up attacking in the transitions. And that's where our goal came from. We ended up pressing Leicester high up the pitch. We got the ball very close to Leicester's goal. And Maupay, he made a brilliant pass to Lallana, who made a brilliant finish to make it 1-0. And I wouldn't expect many of our players to score that sort of chance now. We've been missing so many of them. Lallana to score it, brilliant to get us in the lead. It was a big confidence boost, and the rest of the first half we were playing brilliantly. But the second half, it completely changed. Our tempo just dropped, and Leicester, they were the better side. And it looked like around about the 60th minute, Trossard and Lallana, both of them should have been subbed off. Trossard, when he plays on the wing, he doesn't play that well. I don't know why Potter decided to play him as a left wing. And Lallana, he can't last the full 90 minutes. And that's what happened. He started getting really tired, and I thought both of them should have been subbed off. And Leicester, their goal, it was just us failing to get out of the box. We ended up, Lallana lost the ball easily, and then Tielemans, he made a brilliant pass which split our defence open, and then Iheanacho finished to make it 1-1. And brilliant from Leicester, Tielemans especially, great pass to go and make it 1-1. But how we lost the ball, it wasn't good enough. We need to make sure we're improving, and in them sorts of positions, them areas of the pitch, you can't lose the ball. And Potter, he ended up subbing off Maupay for Welbeck, and I thought that was a poor change, since Maupay, he was doing brilliant pressing and he was holding up the ball well. And I was right, Welbeck, he didn't have a great game versus Leicester. He didn't really do much in the game at all. He wasn't able to hold up the ball well. His pressing ability, we know it's not brilliant, and that's what you can't do in them sorts of situations. When you're holding on to a lead, you need a player who can hold the ball up and can press well. Welbeck, he wasn't able to do that, and that was a bad sub from Potter. And right at the end, Sanchez, we conceded a corner. Sanchez, he ended up misjudging a cross, leaving the Leicester player with an open goal, and he ended up making it 2-1. And Sanchez, he had a brilliant game versus Leicester, so many good saves. And he ended up claiming quite a lot of crosses, which I thought, if that falls to a Leicester player, it's a big chance for a goal. Sanchez was doing brilliantly that game, but he ended up making a costly error, which made Leicester go and score and win the game. And that's 3 losses in a row. And when you're in a relegation battle, you need to try and pick up points. And then they're the sorts of games that you think you need to pick up points, and we weren't doing that. We need to drastically improve, because we're level on points on the relegation zone. We need to improve quickly. And Southampton, they played Man City in the midweek and they ended up losing 5-2. But they were great in spells. They were creating a lot of chances, but they were split open by through balls quite a lot, and that's where I think we need to go and capitalise on that. Play more defensive, let Southampton have the ball, and when you win the ball in high areas, go and quickly make a counter-attack. And Southampton, they've been struggling with that recently, and that's mainly because Southampton, they've had so many injuries to their first team. Danny Ings went off recently as well, and that just shows they played so well in 2020 this season, but since the turn of the year, where they've had so many injuries, they've lost so many games. 9 of their last 11 Premier League games have ended in defeat. We need to make sure we capitalise on that, and we simply need to win this game. Southampton, they're in bad form, and we desperately need to go and get the points. Getting 3 points from this game will be vital in us trying to go and stay up in the Premier League. And how Southampton play, we know they're brilliant pressing side. James Ward-Prowse and Che Adams especially, they cover so much of the pitch. And Che Adams, he scored 2 goals in his last 2 games. We need to be very wary of him. And my formation for this game, I think it should be a 3-4-1-2. And in goal, I think it should be Sanchez. And I don't think he should be dropped. Despite his error versus Leicester, he saved us so many points since he's come into the side. He shouldn't be dropped right now. And the back three should be Burn, Dunk and White. And Burn, when he plays as a left centre-back in a back three, he overlaps really well and does some great things in attack. That's why I think he should play alongside Dunk and White. And the wing-backs, I think it should be Veltman and Alzate. And Veltman, he's been consistently brilliant since coming in for Tariq Lamptey. And Alzate, I think we should play him as left wing-back. He seems to be good, versatile player. And I think it's a good game for him to go and play there where we need width. And the midfield too, I think it should be Basuma and Gross. And Gross didn't have a great game versus Leicester, but he was played out wide and he's played well when he plays in a pivot. So that's why I think both of them should play as a midfield too, with Alexis McAllister in front of them in the 10. And Alexis, he's a brilliant creator. I don't think he should be dropped. And his ability to make through balls and make defence splitting passes is brilliant. Play him in the 10. And the front two, I think it should be Maupay and Lallana. And I was surprised to see Lallana up front, but his pressing ability and his ability to link up well with Maupay was great versus Leicester. And I think both of them together seem to bring the best out of each other. And Maupay does have a player which he can drop deep and pass to in Adam Lallana. And my score predictions for this game, I think will be 1-0 to Brighton. And I think Neil Maupay will score. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Brighton TV and follow us on Instagram.